Hello Internet and welcome back to another adventure of Mr. Jammy B'stard, the luckiest son of a bitch who's ever graced the Mojave Wasteland. Now, in our last episode, what we did, we stuck mainly to Freeside, where we helped the followers of the apocalypse with their addiction problem, and also got them local traders that they could do a deal with. It turned out to be the Garrett twins who run the Atomic Wrangler. And speaking of the Garretts, after we helped the followers of the apocalypse, we became a debt collector for them, and also became a pimp. We even got them a sex robot. Now, what we're doing at the minute, we are helping the king, who is basically the big boss man here in Freeside. Now, we helped him get a bodyguard off the street, a fella by the name of Oris. And what Oris did, he was conning his customers out of their money by staging fake fights. Now what we're doing at the minute is trying to defuse the situation between NCR citizens and Freeside townies. We passed a citizenship test to get the password to this mission right here. And also, we're to mention Julie to the major in charge of the mission here, to get some more information.
Hello? Hold up. What's the password?
Hope.
Go ahead.
Here you go. I hope this helps.
I think we might have to come back here later after they all leave.
Welcome. There's food and water here for any citizen of the NCR. Please, have some.
Are you with the NCR military?
Yes. I'm a major in the Supply Corps, which is where this food and water comes from.
Do you serve locals as well?
No, I'm afraid we don't. Don't you have a friend you wanted to bring in?
Why don't you serve locals?
That's not really a pleasant topic of conversation. Let's just say we have our reasons.
Julie Farkas told me to ask. She said it was important.
You know Julie? Not everyone in the NCR sees eye to eye with the followers, but they're okay in my book, mostly because of her. If you really want to know, we sent an envoy to the king, offering to coordinate the relief effort.
And the king refused?
In a manner of speaking. Our envoy was brutally beaten and only barely survived. My superiors ordered the relief mission scrapped. I managed to get clearance to carry out the mission anyway, but with greatly reduced support. Now there's not enough supplies to go around, even if I wanted to serve the rest of Freeside, which I don't. That's all in the past now. I should get back to work. Say hi to Julie for me.
Will do, Major, will do. Right, let's go back to the king.
Personal space meaning anything to you, guy?
Here comes Pacer.
Well, hey there. I heard that NCR soldier lady told you some wild story about them sending a messenger to us to work out some deal. That's bullshit, and it's nothing to bother the king with. More like they sent someone to spy on us and he wasn't tough enough to last in Freeside. So do everyone a favor and keep your mouth shut about it, okay?
What's my silence worth to you?
You're a bastard after my own heart. Here, this should do it.
Thanks, I suddenly forgot what I was going to tell the king.
Good. See that it stays that way. Now, if you'll pardon me, I got some important business to take care of.
Later, Pacer. Okay, let's go tell the king.
Did you hear someone managed to fight their way through the chairman and flee the strip after being caught? Wonder if they're hiding out in Freeside.
You find out something about them soldier boys yet?
The NCR is distributing supplies in a building down by the old train station.
Handing out supplies? Like food and stuff? That ain't nothing to get ruffled over. You find anything else?
They're only handing out supplies to NCR citizens.
Ah, that would explain the goons. They're here to keep people like my friends away from the food. That ain't something I support. No, sir.
They said someone was sent to discuss the issue with you.
Wait a minute. They said what?
They said the man was severely beaten and barely survived.
Huh. That would explain why they're all riled at us. Seems like we have a big misunderstanding. What the hell?
King, we've got problems.
Lay it on me. What's going on?
There's a shootout going down near the train station. It's Pacer and some strangers. Might be NCR.
What is that fool doing? I need you to head out there and try to defuse the situation. Tell them I'm willing to cooperate.
Hey.
Come to the Silver Rush for all your energy weapon needs.
We might do a couple odd jobs for the Van Graffs, but once, like, they ask to bring us Cass, that's when we're going to stop. Because Jean-Baptiste wants Cass dead, and there's a reason for that. And we'll know more about that when we meet up with Cass. Ooh, that's a lot of dead kings. Hey, Pacer, sup?
Why the hell are you here? I got this under control.
Yeah, right. Let me handle it. Shit. Keep my head down.
You there, keep your hands where we can see him. Draw a weapon and we will fire.
Okay, got my hands in the air. Got my hands in the air. My weapons are holstered. My weapons are holstered. Major, a word.
This isn't really a good time. What did you want?
The king wants to help with the relief effort.
Like he helped the envoy we sent? No thanks.
That wasn't him. He didn't even know an envoy was sent.
Then he should watch his back. We know for a fact that the envoy made it to their headquarters. Still, if the king's willing to deal with us, perhaps we can work something out. I'll tell my men to stand down.
Right, and that's the situation defused. Now, when we go to the king, he's going to say, you've done me a great favour, now I owe you one. But we aren't going to ask for that favour just yet.
Look who it is. Freeside's leading lady.
What, Veronica? There's the king.
I heard all about what happened. Maybe it's time for a little more talking and a little less fighting. You've helped us plenty, so I'll tell you what. Just this once, name whatever you want, and if I can make it happen, it's done. Don't rush it, though. Toss it around in your head a little. You only get one favor from the king.
And we've leveled up. Okay. Let's bring energy weapons up. Also, repair. And let's bring speech. Let's bring speech up to 75. Right, okie dokie. Now, what perk do we want? Travel right, Fortune 5, Gunslinger, Red Belly, Shotgun Surgeon, Commando, Scrounger, Sneering Imperialist. Now, we probably will have that before we go to Zion Canyon, because it will make getting the white legs a lot easier. And also, we get plus 15% damage against raiders. and that includes the Fiends, which are a gang of raiders that hang out outside the ruins of Vegas. The bonus team. Okay. Might have that one. Here and now, we just level up again. That is tempting to have here and now. Mysterious Stranger, Nerd Rage, Night Person, Baltics. We'll probably have that before we go to Big Mountain. Tempted to get here and now, actually. So we can level up again. Now, we'll have Sneering Imperialist. Okay, now we are not... Now, we're not going to ask the king for his favor right now.
Did you hear someone managed to fight their way through the chairman and flee the strip after being caught? Wonder if they're hiding out in Freeside.
Maybe they are. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to go back to the strip, and we are going to get our fourth. Are we on our fourth? Yes, our fourth snow globe. Because, okay, what do we got? We got Good Springs, Hoover Dam, the old Mormon Fort. Please don't play one with kick in the head. Ah, stop playing. Okay. Yeah, we've got Hoover Dam, we've got Good Springs, we've got the Mormon Fort. I think that's it.
It's hard to sleep in this place, I tell you. Last night, some girl was pounding on my door all night. Finally, I had to let her out. What? I try to be frank and earnest with women. In New Reno, I'm frank, and in the Boneyard, I'm earnest. Oh, no! Hey, come on, pal. I'm trying to put on a show here. You're welcome.
I just have a few questions.
All right, then make it snappy, kid. This isn't exactly a lucrative career enterprise here.
Who are you?
The name's Knight. Billy Knight. And this here's what a lifelong career in comedy will get you. Oi.
It's very impressive.
Woof. If you're not the most sarcastic fella I ever met, your standards are so low they could use you at the annual Gomorrah Saucy Limbo competition.
As the bar. How long have you been doing comedy?
If you believe my mother, since she first laid eyes on me. First thing she said was, boy, that's a funny-looking kid. I guess I got a face only a mother could love, because no one else would give me the time of day. Hey, maybe you can help me. See, I can never tell when it's lunchtime.
So, you're looking for your big break?
A break's better than a shot. Less chance of lead poisoning. Hey, if you know any gigs hiring, I'll work cheap. Real cheap. I'll take peanuts. I'll take the shells.
Tommy Torini at the Tops is hiring entertainers. I could put in a word for you.
Yeah? Hey, you're all right. Tell him I'll do it for 100 a night. No, 50. No, 20. 10. Just don't rob me, I'll do it.
Don't sell yourself short. You're worth a lot more than that.
Whoa, geez, what was I thinking? You're right. I gotta go in there with a cool head. Tell them how much I'm really worth.
Billy Knight, the King of Zing. First, we're going to go see Ambassador Crocker.
Hello.
Excuse me.
Welcome to the NCR Embassy. How can I help you?
I'm looking for the Ambassador.
Ambassador Crocker can be found in his office through the door to my right and at the end of the hall.
Thank you.
Sir?
Excuse me.
I'm glad you could make it. I have something I wanted to discuss with you. It's a very important matter, and I have a strong feeling you're the perfect person for the job.
I'm listening.
I'm sure you've noticed that things are a little tense around here with all the issues between the NCR, the Legion, and Mr. House. It doesn't take a genius to see that something big is going to happen soon. To be honest with you, the NCR is in a tight spot. But if we fail now, it's the people here that are going to suffer the most. I'm not willing to let that happen, and I don't think you're the kind of person that would either.
You have my attention. Go on.
To the northeast is a settlement. The locals here call them boomers.
Oh, yes, the boomers.
They're sitting on a munitions stockpile that would be invaluable to us. I would like you to get in contact with them, and then do whatever it takes to convince them to help us. Unfortunately, the boomers keep to themselves and are, let's say, hostile to all outsiders. That's why I need someone like you. Someone with your background and reputation would have a better chance of reaching them than anyone I have available. In exchange for your help, you would receive complete amnesty for any past crimes against the NCR, as well as additional benefits and perks. Do you think you would be able to do this for me?
I'll find them and talk to them.
Much appreciated. Once you've talked to them, come back and let me know if they will help us. Goodbye.
Help you?
Okay, now we're going to go to Vault 21 and get our next snow globe.
Hi, I'm Sarah Weintraub. Welcome to the finest vault hotel in the whole world.
I would like a room, please.
All right, we have an available.
On second thought, I don't need a room right now.
Okay.
A Vault Hotel? Was it like this before the war?
No, silly. Of course it wasn't always a hotel. I grew up in it. I love it. My favorite place in the world. Not that I know much of the world. I never left this place, come to think of it. But it is the most special vault ever.
You never actually left this place?
Sure I have. I made the scene in the strip. It's just that I really like it here. Vault 21 is a kick.
I have some more questions about Vault 21.
All right. What would you like to know?
What's so special about this vault?
My vault is pure New Vegas. Everyone has a chance, and Lady Luck smiles if you play your odds right. Okay, it was like that before we had to leave. Vault 21 had very smart ways to help people get along. All arguments and fights got solved through gambling. I'll give you a quick tour of my home. Oh yeah, if you like.
Actually, let me talk about something else.
Okay. Anything else I can do for you?
Are you the owner of this hotel and shop?
Well, it is my vault, all right. I mean, yeah. That is, no. I take care of it, but I suppose you could say that it belongs to Mr. House.
What does Mr. House have to do with Vault 21?
Mr. House has everything to do with Vault 21. He tried to get us out before he filled it with concrete. I almost went ape. So we convinced him. Okay, Sheldon and I, right? We convinced him to leave the top level mostly intact.
Why did he fill the vault with concrete?
I don't know. Maybe he didn't want anybody sneaking around down there. My vault runs deep and wide. It's filled with corridors and rooms that go far. What gives him the right to screw us with the royal shaft anyway? So he saved New Vegas. Woohoo! Now scram and let us go on with our lives. Sheesh.
I would like to know other things about you in this hotel.
I see. Okay, your move.
You run this place, then?
Yeah, and you gotta dig what I did with it. Looking as good as it should. Almost.
Do you get a lot of business here?
Sure, the place is packed. Usually. We get loads of NCR cubes these days. A stray Brahmin baron once in a while, and recently circled couples shining big rocks on their fingers.
You know Doc Mitchell?
Mitch? You mean Molebutt? I hadn't thought about that name in a long time. I was just a child, and he had a big mole in his rear bumper. You understand, kids and all that. Everyone knows about each other in a vault. There's no other way. I hope Mitch is doing well.
Do you miss the old days in the vault?
It was bustling with activity. We all knew each other so well. You see, the vault kept us all even. It's all symmetry and windows down there. We solved any quarrels through gambling. Lady Luck cast no eyeballs, you know? So, nobody shafted anyone else. Yeah, I miss those days. Okay, see you soon.
Now, I have a feeling it was to do with that perception speech prompt. Because Sarah will ask you to go into vaults to find like old jumpsuits and stuff. I think it had something to do with that perception test. But that's not why we're here. That's not it. Okay, it's this one over here. Yoink. And we got another snow globe. Come on, let's go. We'll go back and talk to Sarah again later. Moment, we strip north gate. Facilities gate, strip north gate. Now we are going to go to the Van Graffs and do some work for them. But first off, what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop Veronica off at the old Mormon fort. Because I have a feeling she'd be more comfortable there than with the Kings or in the Wrangler.
Should have brought something to read.
What's your problem, lady?
Okay, gotta remember, we left Veronica in old Mormon fort. Right, to the Van Graffs.
Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping.
Alright, I'll go to Mick and Ralph's! Just to make the child shut up.
Make a brief stop at the Atomic Wrangler, where the booze is cheaper, the table's more friendly, and the women...
Just like the booze. Alright, okay.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to search you before letting you in.
There you go.
This should only take a moment. There. I've stored all of your weapons. You're clear to enter.
Okay, talk to Gloria. See if she's got any work for me.
Hello.
Welcome to the Silver Rush, where only top-of-the-line energy weapons can be found. What can I do for you?
I was wondering if you had any work available.
It just so happens a position opened up recently. We currently need another body to guard the entrance outside. Think you can handle that?
Sure, count me in.
Wonderful. I already have a man outside who can show you the ropes and get you set up. His name is Simon. He's been with the family for years, so listen to what he says and follow his instructions.
Birds of a feather. Get rid of the first recon beret and put on the gambler hat.
Hello. Welcome to the Silv... Aw, crap. Don't tell me you're my new guard.
How did you know?
You can always tell a rookie. You look too eager. Give the job a few hours, and the shine will come right off. You'll be covering the other side of the door there. Take your position while I get your stuff out. Good. Look around and get a feel for where customers and risks can enter and exit the area while I get your gear ready. Okay, now let's get you geared up. First, your armor. Standard issue is your run-of-the-mill combat armor, with a nice dark coat of paint for both brand recognition and sheer intimidation value. Next, your weapon. Guards are required to use rifles. Anything lighter compromises your combat effectiveness. Anything heavier and people are too scared to come in the door. What's your preference? Laser or plasma?
Plasma. Yeah, plasma.
Nothing wrong with going plasma. Just make sure you hit what you're aiming at. Now that you're equipped, a quick word on the job at hand. In a nutshell, we're here to keep the riffraff away. Drunks, punks, and capless vermin are to be turned away. Potential customers are to be permitted normal entrance. That is, after we pat them down for weapons. An unarmed man is a lot less likely to try to steal something with several armed guards around. Don't start any fights. I don't care if some jet junkie just assaulted your mother. We're here to promote violence elsewhere, not start it here. Lastly, don't abandon your post. We're getting paid to stand next to this door, not talk to someone down the street or head to the casino. That goes double for any thoughts of splitting with that gear. Every now and then, some young punk thinks he can run off with Van Graff property. Trust me, the rifle and armor are nice, but they're not worth your life. Other than that, relax. There's usually some eye candy coming and going from the Wrangler over there at some point, so the view's not too bad.
Alright, okay, got it. And now we just wait for people to turn up.
Settle in. You've got some hours left before your shift ends.
Drunk.
Hi there. Is this where I can pick up a laser gun?
Sorry, sir, but I can't let you in. Company policy.
Sounds like a stupid policy to me.
Good. Stick to the rules.
Hi. I was, in the area and thought I'd stop by to look at your weapons. Can I go in?
We're going to have to search you first.
Fine by me.
He's clean. See? Not so hard, is it?
Howdy. I just done broke the bank over at the Wrangler there and thought I might peruse your fine wares. Maybe lighten my purse a little?
Certainly, sir. We need to pat you down for weapons first.
Now, hold on here. I'm not packing any heat. Ain't my word good enough for you?
I'm sure I'm a man of your word, sir, but we still need to pat you down. No exceptions.
I suppose it's all right, if there's no other choice.
He's clean.
See? Told you so.
Looks like that guy's headed this way. Don't screw it up.
Hey, looking for something to replace my old revolver. Mind if I head in?
Sorry, we're going to have to search you first.
That's not really necessary, is it? I already told you I got this here revolver, right?
It's company policy. Now, are you going to let us search you or what?
Damn, I knew this wasn't gonna work.
Stop! What in the hell do you suppose that was about?
French note, C4 plastic explosive.
Welcome to the Silver. Help me clean this up. No one's gonna want to shop here with the corpse out front.
Revenge note. To whom it may concern, if you are reading this, then I am likely dead. I can only hope that I have managed to take out some of those thrice damned Van Graffs with me. My family deserves that much, at least. Okay.
Crap. This I do not need today. Keep your head straight.
Oh, it's Pacer!
Hey, Simon. How's it hanging? Looks like you've got a little helper today.
What can I say? Business has been good lately. You can afford to help.
Good to hear, buddy. So is the boss lady in?
You know she is. Why don't you go in and say hi?
Nah, I got some rounds to run. But do pass along that I'm always thinking of her. Actually, I got a better idea. Make the new hire tell her. You'll do that for me, won't you?
I'll be sure to pass it along.
That's a good dog. Well, I'm out of here. Later, Simon.
Way to keep your head, rookie. Let's hope for you yet. It's just about closing time. Let's go see the boss about getting paid. Oh, I'm gonna need the rifle and armor back. Boss's orders.
You got a problem?
Simon's been telling me how it went. Let's do a quick recap. You kept away the undesirables, patted down the rest for weapons, and kept your cool. That is to say, you performed as instructed. Simon was impressed, and so am I. So you get a small bonus with your normal pay.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, I found someone else with a little more experience, and he'll take over the position starting tomorrow. However, another task has come up that I could use some help with, assuming you're still interested in making some money.
Always.
There's a deal that we've been working on for a while now, and the buyer would like a sample of our weapons. I need you to run a package out to a discreet location that the client has chosen. Sound good?
I'll do it.
Good. Here's the package. I'll mark the location on your map. The buyer said they'd be in town for quite a while, so there's no rush. That said, try not to dawdle. This client could mean big money for us, which naturally means big money for you.
Okay. Oh, looks like I'm back to doing courier work. Right, get Veronica and deliver that package.
Aw, just when this...
Come on, you Saki bitch. Let's get the old 9mm out. No. I should have got the sword gun.
There's talk of someone going into the Lucky 38 to talk to Mr. House.
Quest birds of a feather. Right, where are we going? Over there. Right, okay. We'll also discover some new locations on the way. Crimson Caravan. I would go in there, talk to Ringo, get the rest of the reward for helping him in Good Springs, and also another game of Caravan, and get my money back this time. What are those two doing outside? New Vegas Medical Clinic, which is run by the followers of the Apocalypse. They also sell implants that increase certain special attributes. They are quite expensive though. I think it's $6,000 for a special implant, and the subdermal implants, which make you regenerate health or strengthen your damage threshold, I think they are ridiculously expensive. They're about $12,000 a pop, I think. If I remember. But then again, I've been wrong about a few other things. What? Shit. And there's another one.
That's enough of that.
I will need some Night Stalker blood. I can get me some, well, make me some anti-venom. Oh, that must be the contact over there.
Are you the Van Graff's emissary?
I am.
Do you have what we requested?
It's right here.
Huh. Then our business is concluded. Tell your superiors that we will contact them shortly.
Let's go back to the stronghold gate. Right, we'll go back to the... Didn't need to do that. Right, we'll go back to the Atomic Wrangler, get our heads down for the night, and go see the Van Graffs in the morning. The strange man we were just talking to is a contact for Caesar's Legion. They're interested in buying energy weapons to take on the NCR. And we find all this out... Now we learn all this out during the Birds of a Feather mission, but when we talk to Jean-Baptiste to continue the quest, he asks that we bring Cass to him, and he'll kill her. I don't want all my companions to die. I want, hopefully, by the end of this playthrough, I want to do all of their missions. Okay, let's get some sleep. Ooh, a bit thirsty. 12. A bit hungry as well. So 8. Let's have some blood-flight sliders. And some purified water.
Hello.
Alright.
Should have brought something to read.
Yeah, wait there. Ah, Miss Van Graff.
Welcome back. Did you have news for me, or are you just here for the guns?
I delivered the package as requested.
And? Don't leave me in suspense. What was their reaction?
He said you'd hear from them soon.
Good. Good. Here's your payment. If you'll excuse me, I have some thinking to do. Oh, Jean-Baptiste was talking about a matter earlier that he needs help with. I volunteered you. See him for the details.
Ah, just the person I was looking for. Your name came up in a discussion we had recently. My sister is very impressed with you so far, but I'm not. I don't think you have what it takes to work for this family. Luckily for you, I'm going to give you a chance to prove me wrong. What do you say? Want to make some real money?
What would I have to do?
No. That's not how it works. You don't get to weigh the options. You're either in or you're out.
In that case, I'm out.
I thought so. Come back when you've got a backbone.
Because you see, the Van Graffs have been raiding Cassidy's caravans. And I want to get rid of her to tie up any loose ends.
Aw, just when the standing around was getting exciting.
Right, come on, you sucky bitch. Okay, well, I think we've pretty much done enough for Freeside.
Come to the Silver Rush.
Want to get lucky? Head on down to the Atomic Wrangler.
We could donate some supplies to
Come to Nick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs.
Oh god, what is this? That's all I want.
We've got stuff we're not—
Shut up!
Hey, you're the one who's been going around helping people around here, right? The king says to keep up the good work.
not even allowed to sell, people. Only at Mick and Ralph.
Will you shut up?
Hey, anything going on?
What's our situation? I said they need medics. We can spare them 4 doses of medics. Which is a painkiller.
Hey, good to see you.
I have some medical supplies to drop off.
Great. What do you have?
Medics.
How much?
3.
Thanks. How much? Thanks.
Right away.
Thanks. Thanks for the donation. Every bit goes toward helping Freeside.
You said you could spare some supplies.
Sure. Would you like a stim pack, fixer, or radaway?
I'll take fixer.
You'll need to wait another 24 hours for us to get more made. We need everything else we currently have.
Morning.
Now, I think that's pretty much all we can do for Freeside. I could make you care. Right, let's go back to the Brotherhood's. Yeah, there's the bunker in Broken Hills. Right, what we're going to do, we are first of all going to travel to El Dorado Gas and Service. We're going to make our way to the Hidden Valley Bunker. Now, there's also a shortcut we could have taken back to Good Springs a few episodes ago, but I didn't want to. This is mainly because, well, you'll get to see in a moment. And there's a reason why I've been hoarding anti-venom. As we go by the Helios 1 power plant, more than likely we're going to be triggering that particular mission. Which we don't have to. Yeah, Veronica's following me. Helios 1. Would you repeat it? No. Rifle. Yeah, we use the service rifle for now. Okay, we got yeah, there's a scorpion over there. He's clipped into a rock. That one hasn't. Another one up there. Nice one, Veronica. And another one. Now this is where we need the grenade rifle. Plasma. Ooh, Ace of Diamonds. I'll repeat that, and I'll take those. Wait there.
Should have brought something.
Look, I'm in my underpants. There we go.
That's enough of that.
Red scorpions everywhere. Okay, we're gonna go clear the road now for Veronica, because if she just gets stuck in and starts killing scorpions, she'll get stung. We can give her we can add anti-venom to her inventory, but she won't use it. Up in there. All them damage. He's still getting through all those doctor's bags. Let's have a stim pack. Of course, if you get stung and don't have anti-venom and you use stim packs, what that does, it makes the venom more potent. Ooh. Whoa, little shit. You stung me there, fucker. Okay, where's your rifle? Blow him apart with, just normal 40 mils. There's a giant. Eat it! You too! Oh, fuck, there's like 2 of them! Backing off. You've gained Bug Stomper perk. Got 1. Out of ammo. Okay, stinger. Please hit, please hit. Got him! Ah, eat it. Right. Oh. Just cleared a lot of inventory space. Service rifle. Let's go back to Veronica. Let's have some grilled mantis.
Aw.
Come on, Veronica, let's get going. Still hear scuttling. See, they're not so tough. Oh, don't kill Veronica. Oh god, shit, she got stung. Bollocks. Come on, Veronica, fight it. Fight the venom, come on, you can do it. Energy weapons. Put some more into explosives as well. I'll pour the rest into sneak. Right, come on, Veronica. Come on, fight the venom. Fight the venom. You can do it. Come on. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Come on. Oh, bollocks, there's another one. Armor-piercing bullets. Oh, she's fine. Right, let's save. Right, okay. On to Hidden Valley. Oh, yeah. Switch to that. Never Dead Prospector. Hidden Valley. Oh, fucker. Oh, the main bunker is the one with the broken tree stump on top of it. Any more for any more? Nope. Now, there are two ways you can get into the Brotherhood of Steel bunker, but this is the easier way.
Hold on, I've got this. I'd like a large atomic shake and a double Brahmin burger. And easy on the agave sauce this time.
We gave you a password, Veronica. It's for your safety.
I know where you live, Ramos. Open up.
For Pete's sake. Opening up. Welcome back, Veronica. Listen up. I'm in charge of security around here, and I can't say I'm too happy about having an outsider waltzing around. But since you came in with Veronica, I'm inclined to cut you a little slack. Just behave yourself, and we won't have any problems, okay? Oh, and the Elder's going to want to talk to you. He's on the 2nd level. Just take a right once you get down there. My office is right here in case you need anything. Just ask for Ramos.
Looking sharp, Ramos.
Behave yourself this time, Veronica.
Open door. And that's how you get into the Brotherhood of Steel bunker. Well, it's the most direct way, anyway. You could find one of the dead Brotherhood patrols in the Wasteland, and they all have mission holodisks on them with a password that you can gain access to the bunker with. However, once you do that, basically what they do, they strip you of all your weapons and then give you a quest. Just basically, there's a NCR, there's an NCR ranger in Hidden Valley doing reconnaissance, and you've got to get rid of him without killing him. And if you haven't got the right speech skill, you're buggered, basically. Okay, we'll talk to Elder McNamara.
Hello, Veronica. How goes your mission?
We'll know in a second. I wanted to talk to you.
Veronica, tell me this isn't about...
Yes, goddammit, it is. But you're gonna hear me out this time.
We've been through this.
The things I've seen now, other groups succeeding where we fail, it's not too late for us.
We've outlasted the end of the world. We'll outlast these upstarts.
Waiting in a hole for everyone else to die.
If we must.
This is a dead end for us.
I see no evidence of that. Nor do I see anyone out there with a solution to our problems.
How could you? You're too scared to look. Let's go. We're wasting our time.
Alright, okay.
When Paladin Ramos informed me that Veronica was approaching with an outsider in tow, at first I didn't know what to think. After giving the matter some thought, however, I've decided that an outsider could be of use to me right now. However, I will not force you to help us. Should you refuse, you will be allowed to leave here, though you'd remain Veronica's responsibility. What do you say, outsider? Are you willing to help us?
I'll help you.
Then allow me to explain our situation. This bunker is currently locked down, allowing no entry or exit, with you being one of the few exceptions. In exceptional cases, teams are sent out to investigate sites or retrieve materials deemed too important to ignore. 3 such teams have gone missing recently. In order to maintain the peace and adhere to the strictures of the lockdown, I need to send someone else to discover what happened to them.
I'll begin looking immediately.
I'm glad I can count on you. Oh, and one other thing. The patrols each had a holotape detailing their missions that you can use to track them. The shielding of the bunker prevents us from actively tracking them, but their positions should show up on your map once you get to the surface. Should our worst fears become realized, please bring back all 3 of the holotapes from the patrols. I've given the order that you be given access to some of the equipment our scouts and patrols have scavenged over the years. You won't be allowed to purchase any prohibited equipment, but hopefully some of what's available will prove useful to you.
Thank you, Elder.
I'd slap him around, but he stood at my parents' wedding. Plus, he used to make excuses to get me out of my punishment when I'd slept through Head Scribe Taggart's lectures. Figure I owe him for that. He means well.
Good intentions don't justify marching the Brotherhood to its death.
No, but it does make it easier to forgive him. He's just misguided. It's not too late to change his mind.
You think the Elder will listen?
He's a stubborn old man, but when it comes down to it, he's got our best interests at heart. If he sees some indisputable sign we're on the wrong course, he won't ignore it.
So what is it you're trying to accomplish?
That's my question to the Elder. All these years, the Brotherhood has collected weapons technology. And for what? To keep it out of people's hands? That clearly hasn't worked. To defend ourselves? We can't compete with the NCR's numbers, or the Legion's. We're fighting a war for a lost cause. If we're gonna survive, we have to find a role in society, attract new members.
What could we bring to him that would change his mind?
I don't know. We need something that shows the Brotherhood will fail, or that it can do better a different way. The only thing that gets his attention is technology. Maybe Father Elijah had the right idea.
Father Elijah?
Our elder before McNamara. He had a nose for recovering lost technology. He'd send scribes out into the desert chasing whatever leads he found. There were a few he only trusted me with. I can think of at least one that'd prove my point, if it still exists. There's a comm terminal not too far from here I'd use to access messages from him. If we go there, I can pull up his research on it.
Let's head out.
I'm with you. Being around here isn't the same anymore.
Okay. Now, one of the teams lost is at Nellis Air Force Base, where the boomers are.
So, you're the outsider that's been given leave to wander around freely. Name's Hardin. I'm the head paladin of this chapter, and I think we might be able to help each other out. I don't know what the Elder talked to you about, but I can tell you this chapter is in trouble. And he's at the center of it. Are you willing to listen to what I have to say?
Sure, go ahead.
As you may have already heard, this entire base is under a state of lockdown. Most of the chapter has been sealed in here for years, and those few who were outside when the lockdown was initiated are forbidden from returning. Morale has plummeted as time has gone by, and many of our current paladins haven't seen combat outside of training simulations, and all because of the Elder's explicit order that no one be allowed in or out. The only way things will change is if a new Elder is installed.
What about Veronica? She seems to come and go as she pleases.
Veronica's a special case. She handles the procurement of supplies. If we didn't let her and those like her back in, we'd all starve. If the Elder could manage it, he'd shut them out as well, and all in the name of security.
I suppose you nominate yourself.
I would. I'm the senior-most paladin in the chapter, and have more combat experience than any two others here put together. I'd gladly support another candidate, but no one has the courage to step forward and make the attempt, so it falls to me. I would put this chapter back on the right path, if I could just assume leadership.
How do you propose to do that?
I don't know. I've gone through our records dozens of times looking for a precedent regarding the dismissal of an Elder and come up with nothing. The people who are most likely to know how it could be done are also some of McNamara's strongest supporters, so they refuse to help me, which is why we're having this conversation. An outsider such as yourself would arouse less suspicion asking questions about such matters. The fact that the Elder has some tasks for you means his faithful won't suspect you, and you have a line open to the man himself. In short, you're in a perfect position to help me. Will you at least think about it?
I'll see what I can do.
That'll have to do. I'd recommend going to see Ramos first. As head of security, he's more familiar with our protocols than anyone else here. You could also try to find something relevant in our data store, though last I heard Scribe Ibsen is having a bit of a problem accessing it. And if McNamara should give you any tasks, I'd ask that you kept me abreast of them. Report anything you find to me, and we'll move from there.
Pardon?
I hope you've been practicing your drills, Veronica. It's dangerous outside.
What is this? Veronica brings an outsider into our home, then has a private audience with the Elder? The two of you may have the Elder fooled, but we know better. Veronica has always twisted the Founder's principles to her own ends. We will not stand idly by and allow her to corrupt our Elder's thinking.
Sorry about that. Just because I love them doesn't mean some of them aren't assholes.
What we're going to do now, we are going to go to Veronica's terminal first. Oh, actually. That's the way it goes. Medics. I think we may get the campfire. Aha! Yes. Yeah. Party time mentats. Charisma +5, perception +2, intelligence +2. Attack speed, HDR -50. Oh, sod it. I'm not going to drink that whiskey anyway. Dimentats. Look at this crap. Download research notes.
Let's see what we've got here. Okay, yeah, this is the one I was thinking of. The pulse gun. Although, maybe the rangefinder could work too. And it looks like the NCR was onto some miracle farming technology.
Farming technology?
More or less. Supposedly it's a vegetation enhancer. NCR has a science branch headquartered at McCarran Airport. Guess they found something. Guess somebody wasn't very good at keeping secrets either. We'd never pursue it because it's not a weapon, but self-sufficiency is fundamental to us. If it works, they'd see the value of an alternate course.
Pulse gun?
Electromagnetic weapon from before the Great War. But they were building it as a countermeasure to power armor, which they feared the Chinese were developing. Supposedly a prototype was being housed at Nellis. Imagine what it could do to the Brotherhood. We'd be on equal footing with any idiot with a gun.
Tell me about the rangefinder.
It's a targeting device for some kind of doomsday weapon based at Helios 1. It was lost sometime after the war. We held Helios 1 for a time. Lost a lot of people defending it. Too many. All for this weapon they never got working. If it turns out to be a dud, it'd show how flawed our goals have been. Father Elijah said he thinks a scavenger might have sold it on the strip.
Now, think about the pulse gun. The pulse gun itself is not at Nellis Air Force Base, but the key is there. The actual pulse gun is in Vault 34, and it is filled with feral ghouls. The vegetation technology, we can pick that up, but it's also part of a mission we do for the NCR. So we kill two birds with one stone and say, yeah, vegetation technology. As for the rangefinder, we can take that and use it at Helios 1, but we also, when we test fire it, we end up pissing off the NCR. And I don't want to piss them off in this playthrough, shall we say. Okay, so... yeah, go after vegetation technology.
Okay. What better way to persuade them than to give them a taste of what they stand to gain, right? Maybe the best place to start is to see what we can find out directly from the NCR. Let's head to their OSI office at McCarran.
Let's go find it.
I like the way you think.
And that seems like a convenient place to stop. To sum up, in this adventure, we helped around Freeside a bit more. We quelled the situation between the NCR and the Kings. Worked a little bit for the Van Graffs, but we're not going to work for them any longer because we'd end up killing a companion. And we've also gained access to the Brotherhood of Steel's bunker, thanks to Veronica. Let's see what mischief we can get up to next time. If you like this Let's Play series so far, please feel free to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Oh, and also you can follow me on Twitter at SandyBFox. Tune in again next time for another exciting adventure of Mr. Jammy B'stard, the luckiest son of a bitch who's ever walked the Mojave Wasteland. Same Fallout time, same Fallout channel. Bye.